not a person who runs. I'm not a person who chases things. I'm not a person who feels antsy if I'm not moving. I don't feel trapped or locked in. I like to sit and be. Even as a child, one of my favorite Bible verses was, "Be still and know that I am God." And I think even to this day, I love to be still and know. I love to sit quietly connected to that which I do recognize as God. I like to think and reflect and dream and introspect. But I don't like stagnation. What I believe in almost most of all is following your heart. I think that God planted a treasure map in your heart at creation, and it knows the way. And when you follow the dreams, it's not about being selfish, because that treasure map is leading you to the people that you're supposed to know, to the experiences you're meant to have, to the life you're meant to live, to the destiny that you have. It all starts with following your heart. I believe that. I believe that to the depths of my soul. Well, 8 years ago, I moved in with my best friend, and it's been an amazingly wonderful 8 years. Yeah, we've had struggles and challenges, but on the whole, we built this little home with love and laughter, and it was wonderful. So a year ago, when my birthday was coming up, we are nearing my birthday again. It is my solar return. Let me get my hand out of there. It's my solar return. Tomorrow is my birthday. I am ending another year, another journey around the sun. I'm about to begin a new one. It's been a rough day today, a little stressful. But we're going to Disney Springs tonight, and we're going to go see my favorite musician at my favorite stage at Waterview. That is a God gift for my birthday, and I appreciate that so much. And tomorrow we're just going to hang out by the pool. We're going to do, we go to the parks and stuff all the time. So we've got this great room. We're going to stay here all day tomorrow, and we're going to hang out at the pool. And then Ari and Amy go back home, and I get one more day of just me and my guides. And to just be in a wash of gratitude. A wash of gratitude for my life, for the year ahead, for the goals that I have, the dreams that I have. So happy solar return to me. I worked hard this year. This next year is going to be all about manifesting the dreams. And I was thinking about what I wanted to do over the next year of my life and where I needed to challenge myself. I realized the one thing I had really never done in my entire life was live by myself. I lived obviously with my parents. I moved out at 18 when I got a job at Disneyland, but I lived by myself for a month before my sister moved in with me. And then I had roommates, and then I had a husband, and then I had kids, and then I had my best friend. So I had never lived just me. So I like to scare myself sometimes. So I decided I was gonna get an apartment and I was gonna live by myself.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's where what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
It took me 8 months from the time I said it to actually moving into my apartment, and that year or that 8 months was incredibly illuminating. I learned more about myself in the last 8 months than I have in a very long time, and I was challenged in ways and had to do internal work that I haven't had to do for a long time. And I'm not going to bore you with most of that, but suffice it to say, it worked out. And it was an eye-opening experience. I found an apartment that I really loved. It was over in Flamingo Crossings area. If you're familiar with this area, if you're familiar with Disney, you probably know where that is. But it's just to the Animal Kingdom side of Disney World, just kind of past that. And brand new construction because they're building up in that area. It's all new over there, really. And so I found an apartment. It was lovely. And, you know, I'd be the first person. In fact, I was probably like about the 20th person to move into that complex on the whole. I really liked it. I loved the girl that was the leasing agent and you know, the management stuff. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. And I had decided on that place. And my friend Amy and my sister Ari, who you'll meet a lot probably over the course of this channel, we went to Port Orleans to boat rides to celebrate because I had decided on this apartment. Now this was Christmas time last year. We went and we celebrated. I even went into the little gift shop afterwards and bought some things for my apartment. Like I felt like it was important to take that step. And then like the next day or the day after that in meditation, I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do to fill out the application? And in meditation, I got a really clear hit that I wasn't being honest with myself about where I wanted to live. And that bothered me, you know? I mean, literally, like I said, I'm clairaudient, and I literally heard, you know, what are you doing? This isn't where you want to be. Listen to your heart. Where do you really want to live? And the answer I knew right away, and I wasn't entirely willing to say it. Spoiler alert, to the end of this video, it was Celebration, Florida. You know, every Disney person, I think, dreams of living in either Celebration or Golden Oak or both. And I remembered sitting on the sofa with my husband in California. We were still living in California at that time when they broke ground on Celebration. And I said to Dave, I was like, oh, we have to live there. And he was just kind of like, uh-huh, sure. And I didn't even think that it would be possible. I mean, you know, we were renting. We are not wealthy folks. So, you know, the idea of buying a house in Celebration, it was quite the pipe dream, but it's stuck in the back of my head. And when I first got to Florida, you know, I come to Celebration frequently, used to get my nails done here in Celebration all the time. Of course, Christmas and Halloween and all the times that you want to come to Celebration, we would do that. As soon as I thought it though, I checked myself. And I realized in that moment, I didn't feel worthy or good enough of living in Celebration. And that was a gut punch. Because I've done a lot of healing work, and I've been to therapy, and I've done all the meditations, and I've grown and healed and changed enormously. And I'm not taking any of that away from myself, but it always surprises me at this stage of the game when I still find like those deep wounds that you didn't quite get to. And this was one of those. And I was like, oh, hell. I told Amy, I was like, I can't move into that apartment. I need to live in Celebration. But I'm telling you right now, I won't allow myself to live in Celebration because I don't feel good enough to live in Celebration. It's not even that I had Celebration on that kind of a pedestal. Like, I didn't think the people here were any particularly different or better. It's just the town itself. It's like, oh, I can't live in Celebration. First of all, I am not a wealthy woman. Secondly, I don't know. It seemed so far out of reach, but that just showed me where my work was. So I dug in and I did the work, and I started to look at apartments in Celebration. And then one February afternoon, late in the day actually, it was sort of a whim, last apartment complex we looked at, and it was home. And I knew it was home that day. And I knew this is where I was going to live. And then it took me another few months to work through fears and, oh my God, am I really going to move out? Am I really going to live by myself? Balancing out my money so I looked better on paper, all those little detail-y things. And then, the end of May, I got an apartment in Celebration, Florida. Oh, it still makes me cry just a little bit. I still can't believe it. There hasn't been a morning that I woke up here that I didn't immediately just get filled with this sense of gratitude. I am so grateful. I love this apartment. I love this town. I am so grateful of where my life is. And I'm so thankful to myself that I didn't settle, that I did the work I needed to do, which wasn't easy and it wasn't pretty, but that allowed me to move here, because we stop ourselves. We self-sabotage all the time. Our subconscious, very powerful little thing going on in the back there. And I did the work, which allowed me to have this life that I currently have. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I miss Amy like crazy, but she also comes over here almost every day and we hang out. And she's actually planning to move too, just down the road a little bit, in a little bit of time still. But at some point she's going to move over here too. So we'll be back together again. My sister's going to move in too. I'm going to just move my whole family into this apartment complex. And I've actually started to grow another dream. It's a 4-year dream is what I feel like it's going to be. And this is the first time I've really kind of said it to anyone other than Amy. I have a 4-year dream. Sorry. I have a 4-year dream. I'm going to buy a house in Celebration, Florida. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a house in Celebration, Florida in 4 years' time. Unless something crazy happens and my life is entirely different and I live in Portugal. But, you never know. But that's kind of my 4-year, my long-term dream right now. I'm going to buy a house. So stick around 4 years from now. We'll go house hunting together and we're going to buy a house here. But in the meantime, this video is really just a welcome. Welcome to the new channel. Welcome to the new space. I wanted to start this up. I've spent the last year off of social media entirely, not dealing with, because that doesn't make sense, but growing, nurturing myself and growing. And it's been a beautiful season. And now I want to bring the things that I've learned and the things that I've become, and I want to bring that back into this space. And I want to bring Disney back, and I want to just really share life. And don't worry, in a future video, I will give you a full apartment tour. It's a very small apartment. It's very small. It's exactly what I want. I have a patio though. Oh my God. I'm telling you guys, I am so in love with this place. It is so, it's so crazy because The other apartment that I found, I thought was perfect for me. It was wonderful. There was nothing wrong with it. This apartment is like my soul on the outside. It's so crazy. It's more than I ever knew that I could have. This apartment complex has a heated saltwater swimming pool, which I am in every single day and will be pretty much year round. I have a patio. I got things here that I didn't even know. And celebration in general, everything about this experience for me was I got the things that I didn't even know I always wanted. I deeply wanted, and I got all of them. And that is so crazy. This place it's everything. And, over the course of the next year, we're going to be decorating and stuff. I had to buy a bunch of stuff when I moved in. Obviously, like, I've got nothing on the walls yet, although Amy's coming over this week, and we're going to hang some pictures that I got. I had to buy a sofa. I had to buy a chair. I had to buy a dining room table. All of these things, because when I moved in with Amy, it was all her furniture, really. And so I didn't have really anything when I moved in here, so I had to buy everything new. And it was a fun experience. I made sure I had fun with it. And I was like, half the time too, I was like, I should share this with people. I should record it. I should post on social media. But I was really cocooned at that point. I was really just being in the moment, in the experience. And so I do have some pictures though. And like I said, in a future video, I will share more about the apartment and the journey. This is really just an introduction to the channel, to the life, to this big life move that I made. And to say, you know what? Follow your dreams. You never really know where they're going to lead, but they always lead to places incredible, to more than you knew. Like, I could have used my head and settled with that other apartment, and I probably would have been just fine and just perfectly happy in that apartment. But in this apartment, my soul is satisfied. My joy is through the roof. There isn't a day that I take any of this for granted, that I don't look just around the space and think, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Sorry. So welcome to my new channel. There is obviously a lot more to talk about. There's a lot more going on in my life than just this move. This is just like the celebration. The celebration. See what I did there? Anyway, this is just the celebration of this move and this new life, this beginning of this new chapter for me. And going forward though, there's still so much to do. So as I alluded to earlier, my birthday is coming up again. In fact, we're 1 month today until my birthday. And there are new dreams, and there is a new goal with the new year. It's actually YouTube related. I am planning to commit to consistent videos for 1 solid year. I want to see if I can get the channel monetized. I want to see what it is like to actually be. I've played at YouTube over the past decade. I was at the when live streaming started, I was at the very beginning, the swell of that, but not on YouTube, on Facebook. Some of you will remember. But I haven't ever really, and I've had a lot of different kinds of channels on YouTube. I've done gaming channels, I've done Disney channels, I've done spiritual channels, mostly just because I enjoy this act of video. I love editing video, and creatively it's very satisfying to me. So I've been thinking about this a lot as I'm coming into my birthday, and that's what I've set the next goal of my year to, is to this channel, to getting it monetized, to taking it seriously, to making it a priority in my life, and growing a community over here, growing a beautiful community. Subscribe to the channel and put on the notifications if you're interested at all in my journey, because in the next video, or the one after that, in an upcoming video, I'm going to actually go into more detail about the 365, if you remember that, and what I'm doing this year with my birthday, and where I want to see myself when I turn 60, because that's what's next for me. And it's interesting. There's a lot of stuff I'm learning as I age. Good stuff mostly. Body stuff is interesting. I also went carnivore a year ago, and I've never felt better in my life. Oh my God, carnivore has really changed my life. So there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things I want to bring to this channel. So if any of Disney, aging, carnivore, health, spiritual stuff, mental mindset, all of that stuff, it's all fair game for this channel. You may find me talking about any of it or all of it. We've got food and wine starting later this week, so I will be doing a food and wine. I haven't gone to opening day of food and wine in years. I want to go this year, so that'll be coming up. I'm going to Bach Tower Gardens on Friday, so that'll be coming up. There's a lot. There's just a lot. So I hope that you will resonate with me. I hope that we can share this journey together. And I thank you for being here. I thank you if you watched through this whole video. I really thank you, because most people do not watch the whole video. It's one of the things I've definitely learned over the years of YouTube. Most people kind of duck out within about 2 minutes of the video, and that just is what it is. That's cool. But I got big plans, people. I got big plans, and I got big joy, and I want to share that with you all. So thank you. I love you, and I'm sending you so much good energy, good vibes to you. I hope that you have a blessed day wherever you are. I hope that you're feeling safe and loved and seen with the people around you. And I will see you on the very next video from Celebration. I still can't entirely believe it.